So there are a number of different things that I carry with me at all times, but this is by far probably one of the better little things I've put together. Text message. Um, Craigslist thing. Um, so this is just a cook set. You have flips out. You tighten it down with the nut on the bottom there, and you have a handle, and you can cook stuff in it with all these pots and everything. But what I've done is there's just another little paracord bracelet on the inside there. What I've done is I've used this inner pot to actually pack a little survival tin, so it holds a lot more than an Altoids can or anything else like that. And the container is actually of great use also. So I'm gonna just pull these out one by one and we'll go through them. So this is what's called a fishing yo-yo. Basically what it does is, I wish I had my tripod here. Let's set this up here. Okay, so what it does is I can set it. Obviously I'm not going to set it very far at all. But I would put my bait on here, and it's spring loaded, so when the fish pulls on it, boom, catches it, hooks it, reels it in. Well, not really reels it in, it just kind of keeps it in the water until I want to go back and get it. So this can do all my fishing for me. With that, of course, you'll need hooks and weights and whatever else you want to use. So inside this duct tape thing, you can see little bumps here. And inside there I've just put some hooks and some weights and a couple little eye hooks actually, so I can just screw those into a pole and make a fishing rod if I want to. I'll probably post a picture of that in the video somewhere. Here is a piece of shoelace, and I can use that to attach into here to attach this to something so the fish can't pull it away. I can also use this for a zillion other things. Here's just a scrub brush. That I use mainly just to keep my pots and pans clean. Mini multi-tool. Obviously it's not a big bushcraft, survival-y type of knife or anything, but it's got your Phillips, your flatheads, your file, your pliers, your wire cutters. It's got a blade, it's got a saw. It'll take me longer to do stuff with something a little bit smaller, but it's got all that stuff with it. I've got a little roll of duct tape, tent repairs, making shelter, repairing clothing, whatever. Inside here, these little packets are just salt, so I can get a little bit of flavor at least into whatever I cook. Some more salt packets down there. This is a mirror, obviously good for signaling and numerous other things, hygiene purposes, whatever. Yeah, it comes in this nice little plastic protected case, so I can keep it fresh, keep it from getting scratched and all that. Here is your basic striker. It actually gives a very good shower of sparks. I used that to light a fire in a previous video. Here are a couple compressed towels. You just take the wrapper off, put some water on it, and it actually folds out into like a pretty nice sized towel. It's not like a beach towel or anything, but you can get some good use out of that. Here is some fishing line, quite a bit of it actually. I would prefer the braided stuff just because that doesn't hold its shape after you keep it wrapped up for a while, but this stuff would work just fine. If you run a lighter over it after you unwrap it, it'll kind of melt it back into its shape. If you stretch it out, if you like stretch it, maybe put a weight on the end so it's hanging like a plumb line, and then just run a lighter along it and it'll get back to straight. Here are some little like Tinder Quick type of cotton fire starters, and just take one of those, fluff the end out, spark it, and it'll go up, burn for a while. Of course, you need shelter of some sort. You need something to keep in heat, all that fun stuff. So I've got a very, very large emergency blanket here, and I'm not going to unwrap it right now, and I guess I can a little bit, just so we can get an idea. But if you can kind of see the wording and stuff on there, it's got emergency, survival, first aid, shelter, water gathering, all that kind of stuff, all those kinds of instructions actually printed right on it. So I always have instructions with me then, if I ever forget anything or need to be reminded of anything or whatever. Whistle, good for signaling. More salt. A little button compass, actually works decently well. And these are just gouge hooks. Very, very primitive fishing tools. Just Google gouge hook. Obviously I'm not by a lake or anything, so I can't show you how these work. But that's that. Also, very big on the container that I use to keep this stuff in. I want everything to serve multiple purposes, so even the container itself, it isn't just a bag or an Altoids tin or something. I can actually eat out of this, I can cook out of this, I can gather water out of this, I can gather food into this, I can do whatever I really want with this. It's a whole cook set. So that is just a basic survival kit for you. So the 5 C's of survival would be container, cordage, combustion, brain blank here, container, combustion, cordage, cutting, and what is it? I'm trying to think. Cover, that's the other one, cover. So container, we have our nice little cook set here. I can even gather water in this and drink out of it after I boil it or whatever. So we have container, we have combustion, which is our striker, and there's our combustion. We have cover, which is a very, very big shelter, or a blanket. I also know how to build shelters relatively quick with what's in the wilderness, depending on what area I am in and what resources are around. So that's shelter covered. Cordage, paracord bracelet, if I didn't already wear one all the time. Plus we got this and this. Cutting, I have the multi-tool. And so we got container, cover, cordage, cutting, and combustion. So all 5 of those are covered. I've also got just a couple extras in here just to make everything easier. And that's about it. Not very complicated, not very expensive. Throw one of these in your car. You're good to go wherever you need to go.